And today I have a very special guest. His name is Ben Bharat. He has been living his life as a corporate zombie. Okay, and then he quit his job. He gave a TEDx talk. Then he continued to live his life the way he wanted to be, right? So we'll just wait for a few more minutes. Till that, hi Veer, hi Smith, hi Hitashvi, hi Raj, hi everyone. Let people join in. And Smith is here. All of my community members are here. Let me welcome Ben. How are you feeling?
Between very relaxed and very excited. Bullshit. Yeah, and I don't want to be rude, mean, offensive in any way, but we started working with cows. I started training a bull. We made bullshit patties. Yeah, the cow dung, gobar. You know how that works
Gobar,
in
yes.
India, but like in Germany nobody knows. So yes, 6 years ago we left Germany. I left the IT and project management. I saw I'm not this manager. Actually, I'm not the kind of manager who tells everyone do this, do that. But I was feeling in this suit and tie. I was feeling in that way,
Correct.
and I realized that I don't want to feel in that proud way, being proud of my job.
Corporate zombie.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, I mentioned that the corporate zombie. I was just doing all the things I do, but I was not. There was no warmth and closeness to people. Yeah, I was like having a mask, like having a facade, right? I was not really myself. I was pretending. My colleagues, I could see how they got kidney failure or heart attack, or they got burned out, depression, and I was feeling no sense in going to the office every day. Life being flat, and even you have everything what you need, you feel something is lacking, and a deeper meaning, and you're searching for something, but you're not pretty sure what it is.
Correct.
Like, let's say I'm the project manager. Yeah, I'm going to work, and people, they respect me, and at home people respect me because I'm wearing suit and tie and I'm earning good money. But am I a real leader? Yeah, am I really strong inside? I was not. I was insecure inside. I was always working for other people. Like in my TEDx talk, I say I was a corporate prostitute.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and my tie was a chain, and I really feel like that because I was always working for some project and for some corporate rules, and I would even do things I don't like to do and I don't agree with because it's the rule. And in that way, I become a corporate zombie, and I identify with being my title and all these designations. I'm the PMP manager, I'm this, I'm that. But actually, what is driving this body? What is giving the life force? Hey, I'm Vishal, huh? Hey, yeah. What is driving this body, this life force? Per my understanding, it's not matter. Because matter, what's material? What's matter? Like, let's say I'm cutting off this hand or finger, it will just drop to the ground and stay there, not move. That's the body. Or like this cup, that's material. It's gross matter. There's no life in it. So what is my body? What is driving my body? That is being described as the soul. That is anti-material, not material. Anti-matter, not
Right.
matter, spirit. Not matter, spirit. Spiritual. So what is spirituality? It starts by understanding what is spiritual. Spiritual that's the spirit. It's the spirit that is driving us. And sometimes we say, I lost my spirit. Yeah, it's being covered by all the McDonald's food, by all the sitting in the office, not breathing fresh air, not seeing the sunlight, not speaking from heart with other people.
True.
it's being covered. I lost my
Right.
spirit, but my spirit is always there.
Right.
It's up to me to uncover that, and
Unleash
that
it.
is to unleash it, and that's for me religion. Yeah, that's for
Right.
me spirituality,
Mm.
to walk that path where on one hand I commit to, I say simple living, high thinking. Simple
Yeah.
living and high thinking. I commit to simple living first. Why do I need a 300 square meter house and I'm always busy with cleaning it? I'm afraid someone will break in and steal my stuff, and I'm busy. I have two
100%.
cars, but I shout to my kids they should not go close to it, and
Right.
what kind of life is that? So I'm
I know.
much more happy with leaving some things. You can relate.
Mm.
What is giving me the power? I mean, when I was like 12 years old, I was thinking these questions. What is with the stars? Is there some life, or am I maybe only a little entity in a huge body, like the little bacteria in myself? But then it started with the girls, and then earning money, and since that I'm just busy. So I
Yeah.
can connect when you say, yeah, searching for the roots, and the roots for myself. Who am I? I totally had lost that.
Right.
I had lost that like 10 years ago, 6 years ago. And then when we started living off the grid,
Mm-hmm.
I started like decluttering. I gave away so many things that we owned, and
Mm-hmm.
all these entanglements like insurance, and there were so
Mm.
many safety nets, my
Mm.
connections to different people, my contracts, and having my house, everything safe and secure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I learned to become like a real man when I was
That,
leaving this comfort zone. Yeah, the
mm.
comfort zone. We hear often about it, but I only realized it when I was totally stepping out of it. When I was doing that, I realized, oh, okay, Ada Tedagada. Yeah, okay, what exactly do you mean by spirituality? Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, that's getting to the root. That's getting to the root, to the cause of life.
Any limitations, anything, you just let
Yeah.
it go. You are just conscious enough that whatever comes, it comes and it goes, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you're strong. When you say that, I believe you. I believe you, and when you say it, I think I can do it as well. But for some people, it's not that easy.
Of course, of course. It depends on,
Like,
like, you have to walk on that path, right? And people are not ready to walk on that path,
yeah,
is
it's
what I
very
think.
individual. It's very individual, and like
Right.
one comment is there. Sometimes we can't unleash some things or talk
Yeah.
our heart out of fear of
Fear. Right.
society.
Right. As I said that
So
you can't live with two personalities inside, right? Either you are living in fear, then something is holding you back, right? From
yeah,
There's a filter
let's
of fear.
let's go deeper and
Hmm.
have a look at what is
Person.
the fear based on.
Right.
So it's these designations. If I'm
Hmm.
identifying with being my body,
Hmm.
like for example, I was always identifying with being Ben or Benjamin, uh, and then um, I'm identifying with being a project manager. I have my diploma title, and I'm identifying with being a white male. I'm identifying with certain designations,
Right.
and in that way, I stay limited. Why? It's my fear out of my ego. I'm thinking, oh, what will people think of me? Yeah,
Hmm.
if I will not have the house and my car, and I will not be the project manager. Yeah, I'm afraid to let that go because it gives me so much comfort and security. I'm getting so
Satisfaction.
much out of that. And that's something unconscious. Usually it's unconscious and we are not aware of this till
Hmm.
something happens in our life.
Right.
Like
Right.
like destiny hits us.
Hmm.
But do we want to wait for destiny to change? Okay, I think many are here because they want to change. Yeah, they want
Right.
to they want to get fit, and they don't want to get only fit. They they are looking
Rejuvenate
for more.
their want to rejuvenate their mind, right? They want to look for that truth. Well, I think people somewhere are looking for some meaningfulness in their life, right? Some kind of meaning. Everyone is looking for that. Even at subconscious level, they are looking for some meaningful work. Maybe it could be work, meaningful partner, meaningful relation. Everyone is in search of something. And I think it could, they might lead to that state where they start getting answers, is what I think. If they are
Yeah.
in that pursuit of growing.
Yeah, searching for something, and everyone is searching for different things.
Right.
And according from our desires and our goals, our visions, we can very much evaluate where do I stand right now? What is my consciousness, and what's behind that? Because if I'm going for material things, like I was going for being successful, I had 4 patents registered for a novel product, and a big company, they were signing a proof of concept and a letter of intent with me, and my best friend was my partner, and we had 3 people building a laboratory, and we got grants from the government, and it was really promising. And my partner, he did something that totally broke my trust, broke our trust, and I was evaluating what is my goal? Why am I doing that? To be big, to be successful, and to show people how good I am? Is that my ego that's driving me because I always want to be the best in sport? It's because we are being grown in that way. Either I win or I lose. So better you lose and I win. It's that
Competitive, very
yeah, it's
competitive.
that competitive mentality.
Right.
But it all stops once I stop identifying with being the project manager, being the successful German
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur, and I can connect with you when I let these things go. And how can I do that? It's not just saying it. It's easy to say it, but to really mean it and to feel it, that's different. And I don't say I'm there. I'm trying my best, and every day my mind wants to go back to the comfort zone.
Right.
Yeah,
Agree.
and I see the key for me is, if I remember, I am not this face. It's easy to understand because 20 years ago my face was totally different, and as a
Right.
kid my face was different. So where's that body now? So I'm the person behind that body. Then in the past I was thinking I'm my thoughts, but I'm not even my thoughts.
No.
Yeah, I'm the soul inside, like that, the spirit. And
Right.
once I really identify with that, then I can let go of the other things.
Agree. Agree.
Then there's no drama. Then there's no drama in life, and then there's no fear.
Right.
Because the fear, it comes because I'm afraid to lose something.
Exactly.
Because everything material, it will deteriorate after some
Right.
time, and it will
Right.
go. And time again, I make that experience that I lose things. So I'm getting used to it, and I'm getting kind of numb or frustrated, and I think, okay, life is just like that, and
Uncertain. Right.
uncertain.
So
And
guys,
then
I
people,
want you to do this. If you are here, just share this video on your feed, on your wall, or with your friends, right? There's a button, arrow button, if you can see. Yeah, next to smiley. Hit that button. Share this with the people. Help them know that what they really need. Because I think this conversation will not come again very soon, right? We will come out for you very soon, but I don't want to miss out on this. So share this exclusive video with your friends. Go ahead then.
Yeah, yeah. It's a special moment to speak about something spiritual and something
Right.
deeply meaningful, because that can touch a heart, and that can transform our
Our individual.
desires, and
Right.
that can transform our our minds and our goals. If we want to get back in touch with the soul and super soul and the source of all the souls, that is what is giving really power. That is
Right.
the source of all power,
The higher source.
the higher source. Like 10 years ago, I was telling you, I didn't know what to feed my children, and I didn't know how to live my life. I was disgusted with the Western lifestyle I was living all the time. I was really feeling ashamed. I did spend so much time with drinking alcohol and going to nightclubs and meaningless. And
Mm.
I was searching for something different when I was a boy, but I didn't see alternatives. And I also wanted to be cool. I wanted to be one of the cool guys. So I did what the cool guys did. And later I was feeling like, oh,
Oh shit! Why did I do that?
I was not feeling safe and strong and secure inside to do what I feel is good and to create something on my own. So I just, yeah, I followed along. And then like 10 years ago, I really wanted to change. And then I was thinking, okay, I will just look for different religions and read all the big books and extract what I want. And I don't need to follow anyone, but I will just take the best practices, the best tips for me. And then it happens by chance, and I don't believe anymore in chance. It just happened that I got a Bhagavad Gita from the flea market, and my boy at that
Can you
time,
repeat the word again?
the Bhagavad Gita.
Guys, most of us don't even know that such kind of religion books exist. But can you believe it? A Westerner, right? He has, I think you have read it, right, Ben?
Yeah,
You've read the
yeah.
Bhagavad. He has read the Bhagavad Gita, the holy book. I mean, I just want you to take this moment and just I want you to reflect back on your own life, right? Your beliefs, the way you're working, the way you're operating right now. Just reflect back on your own self. And you can do that by sharing this video to your friends and help them understand that there is a deeper meaning to your life. Because
Mm,
these convos doesn't happen very often, right? These deep talks doesn't happen very often. These things happen for a reason. So I want you to take this reason, like this video, share this with your friends, and help them know that what are we really up to. Thank you. And go ahead, Ben.
mm. Yeah, yeah. Real change that starts from inside and searching, and immediately when I start searching, something shifts and happens. And you can read
Mm.
sometimes about it. The dynamic
Right.
shifts when you're
Paradigm
shifting
shift.
your mind, and in the universe something gets going. And it's such a wonder to experience for oneself. And I experienced that when I was starting to search for truth in life. And then suddenly Bhagavad Gita appeared in my life. I was not looking for it in a bookstore. It appeared on a flea market, and then my son, he was crying when he was a small baby, and my wife, she was so weak, she wanted to sleep. So I was taking my son um, just after he was born, and then I remember I was sitting with him on the arm, and when I was moving a little bit, he would wake up and cry. So I
Yeah.
was sitting there, and with the Bhagavad Gita I just received, and so I was forced to read Bhagavad Gita, tak 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 tak, and I was, and then in the beginning I was a little skeptical. I didn't know who's that person who wrote it. What is all the science? I didn't know anything about Sanskrit, and I didn't know anything. But I was reading the verses, and I got goosebumps. And at some verses I was like, yes, that's exactly what I feel. No one ever expressed it like that. Or that's exactly what I was thinking a couple of years ago. I don't want to lose that again. And then someone magically, a couple of days later, moved into our house, who was studying Bhagavad Gita and practicing, singing bhajans and doing mantra meditation like for almost 40 years. And yeah, he was very friendly, a German person. I was very impressed by him. He looked very young, but he was very old. And then I asked why, and later I figured out, oh, he's doing yoga for 40 years. Maybe that's the reason. And yeah, so I got attracted by the philosophy that
Right.
tells me, like in the Bhagavad Gita, it's being described how the mind can be your worst enemy when it's
Right.
uncontrolled, but the controlled mind is like the best friend.
Best
And
friend.
there's a formula you can use. No one ever needs to join any temple and go to any organization. Just in the book self, you can read. That's like the description how you can transform and reach higher spirituality. So when you ask Manvi Malhotra, you came. I saw you in my Instagram channel. I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. Your exploration is great example for young Hindus. Yeah, in the Bhagavad Gita, it's so inspiring. I never learned in Germany, and I was being raised. People were telling me, "Oh, you're German. Oh, very good, very good. Made in Germany, very good. Yeah, German, very good." And my mother told me, "We Germans, we have good culture." But now I see German culture goes back 500 years. Like Indian culture goes back to the ancient Vedic,
as I mentioned.
the Vedic kingdom, and it was so huge, and that is tens, like Bhagavad Gita is like 5,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, and there's so much deep knowledge in it. I didn't learn in school what the mind is, and in Bhagavad Gita it's written very easy. Anyone here knows how to describe the mind? What is the mind? You can just take a minute and write in the chat.
Guys, if you have any questions, just post them below about your beliefs, what questions you have in your mind, just going on, because Ben found his answers in Bhagavad Gita, right? You might never know that you might find some answers in this live interaction. I want to ask you, Ben, that what would you give certain tools or certain takeaways to our audience today that they should start implementing, and they will start getting some kind of shift?
Okay, one thing, it is here. Yeah, we are speaking about the mind. What is the mind? Keep in mind, what is the mind? The mind is feeling, willing, and thinking. And feeling, willing, and thinking, any kind of spirituality starts with experiencing your experience. What does that mean? To experience your experience means, like, I'm a project manager and I'm sitting in a meeting with so many others and I'm pretending to be cool and I'm pretending to be on top of the game, but actually I'm feeling a little insecure to make a mistake, and I'm rather hiding and not saying something, or I'm only saying the things that are safe. Actually, I'm boiling inside, but I don't say what I want to say because there could be consequences for me. And okay, maybe that makes sense in that corporate environment. But how much do I live my life in that way, that I do not speak my truth, that I do not even experience my truth, that I think I'm cool, everything is good, but actually I'm feeling a little insecure. I'm feeling some tightness in the chest, or I'm feeling like there's some pressure.
Like I have to prove something to someone. Like I have to prove something. I'm under someone's watch. I'm in this pressure.
Yeah, under someone's watch, or maybe even I'm just not noticing myself that I'm totally stressed out.
Right.
And the spirituality, it starts when I realize what I'm experiencing, and then just staying in that question. Who am I? Who am I? That helps me very much. That's a very simple tool, but just thinking, who am I? And being open to the answer from the universe, God, just being open and not like, I don't know. If I say I don't know, or
You're blocking the time.
I cannot really know, I cannot do it. Yeah, you're immediately blocking it. No, that's one thing, to just stay open and be inquisitive, discovering, really discovering.
Right.
And that, it all shifted for me when I started believing, and I was not really believing, when I was wondering, is there maybe more to life? Maybe there's something higher, and I want to know what it is, and I want to search for it.
Man's Search for a Meaning, Viktor Frankl. The book that I've currently started to read.
Man's Search for Meaning. Yeah.
So I think, it can be an endless conversation, right? It can go on and on, right? We can keep talking about it. There is so much more to talk, right? So that's why I want to ask the audience that, if you have any questions, drop them down below. We will again come live very soon with Ben, because we have something we are working together, right? So we'll come up with new topics, some new insights for you guys, right? So you make sure you follow Ben on his profile, School of Simple Living, right? And I'm sure if you connect with him, he will help you reach at that simple living and high thinking. Am I right, Ben?
Yeah, you wonderfully put it. You're
Because I think that is the need of the hour, right? Minimalism, right? The more possessions we possess, the more happier we'll be.
Yeah, it said the joy of less, the more of less. And this is being described in Bhagavad Gita. This is being described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, how life is way more simple, but we think, I'm only happy if I get this car. And once I have that car, something else happens in my life.
So just a few concluding thoughts then, right? So few concluding thoughts that what's the one thing that you would like to put to the audience, right? That they should have this thing in mind, or any practice or meditation or goal visualization.
As far as we went today, I would like to invite everyone here to Human Needs Are Endless. Yeah,
not really. It's on us, right? It's on us how we take it. I mean, obviously needs are endless, but it's in our control.
You can say endless in some sense, and you can say no in another sense, because it starts. Maybe some of you know Maslow. I think he was a Russian professor, and Maslow. he made this pyramid, like this pyramid.
Maslow's pyramid,
Maslow's pyramid, of the different needs
hierarchy.
and demands. And it starts with bodily demands. I need food, I need sleep. Then comes
clothing and shelter.
Clothing, shelter. Then comes the safety, and basically the same thing you can find in Bhagavad Gita, or in Hindu philosophy, but I don't connect this necessarily. I see the old ancient Vedic Vaishnava tradition as a set of many tools and principles that tell us how life is working, and it's being described. It's being described there. There is the Dharma. It's Kama Artha. You know that the Moksha. How do you say in English? Liberation. Liberation. And sometimes for us it's mixed with so much religion and organizations. They put their intentions in that. But there are some true books like the Bhagavad Gita as it is,
Agree.
describe it without any bias, and then you can see Maslow's pyramid is exactly the same, like the path to liberation. You also in the Vedic principles it is said there is eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That's the animalistic propensities. How are we different from the animals? We can think and we can strive for self-realization.
Right.
And that is in the pyramid. There are also the ego needs, like I need to have a place in society, that someone respect me as a father,
Authority.
as a friend. I need to have that interaction, and there may be good ego and bad ego, but then comes the self-fulfillment. I need to do a job that is really my dharma, that is really something that I like and that I can do from my skill set. I was not doing that in work. I was doing something that I can do, but not something that was my heart.
Fulfilling.
Yeah, and then on the top of that pyramid is like he calls that transcendence, and transcendence is seeing everything in relationship to spirituality and seeing the soul, and that is the moksha, and that we can have already here in 1 second if we shift our mindset. So I want to invite everyone to stay in the question of how do I identify with being my body? How do I identify with being the position of my job? How much do I identify with my job? How much do I identify with my country, being proud of the flag or being proud of my soccer club? I wasted so many hours in my life for my soccer club and my hometown, and actually it's just the place of my birth. And it was driving me away from the pain that I was feeling in my heart. And I want to invite you to just look at it. How much am I identifying with my hairstyle, with my clothes, with my car, and staying in the question, who am I?
Right.
Who am
That's
I?
the main thing. Who am I?
What is my goal of life?